Welcome to Two Dumb Questions. I'm Leonard Chan.
And I'm Hoodo Hersi.
And this is the podcast where a culturally illiterate Gen Xer, that's me, asks a dumb question about pop culture that nobody needs to know about.
And a not yet ready for adulthood millennial, which is me, asks questions about practical life things that they should already know about.
So how this works is that we're each going to ask each other a dumb question.
And the other person will have exactly 10 minutes to essentially give them a crash course on that topic.
Whilst getting interrupted with more dumb questions.
Yay.
So today we're going to be talking about, I guess the theme is maintenance.
Yes.
Taking care of things, taking care of objects, I guess.
I love when you start talking and you don't know how the sentence is
I know.
go.
It's like, listen, I'm just off the, whatever, man. Improv.
Yeah.
I'm off the rails. Who knows?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, we're talking about maintenance. So we are going to be talking about car maintenance,
Vehicles
and
skincare.
Yeah.
Skincare, but specifically, internet skincare trends.
Yes.
Because skincare is just so...
It's vast.
It's vast. Even internet skincare trends are vast, but I'm going to try to give you a crash course and narrow it down.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So you want to...
So what do you know about internet skincare trends? What have you heard from TikTok, Instagram, all the various things?
Seeing as though I don't really do anything on social media, much to my own detriment.
Yes, your career?
My career.
Yes. As a comedian in Canada.
Yeah, which I was already going nowhere, and now
yeah,
so much worse. What do I know about internet skincare? I think the Koreans are deeply involved.
Oh yeah, Asian folks be running it.
Of course,
Yeah.
because why not? Snails. I know snail mucus is somewhere in there as a trend. Somebody told that to me once, and I was like,
yeah,
gross.
Okay.
But it sounds like it would work.
Okay.
And what else? I mean, quite honestly, that's really it. In terms of trends.
Do you know anything about skincare? What do you know about skincare?
I know what my wife says I ought to do. She takes care of my skincare regimen for me. Actually,
Okay.
She's lovely. And I actually really didn't care. Like I used to be, when I was an engineer, I did not give a fuck about my skincare, even though I should have.
Yeah.
But as soon as I was like, oh, I got to be on TV.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna take care of this.
The vanity. Yeah.
So I was just like, oh my god. And I started like, moisturizer.
I love that you didn't want to look good for your wife, but you were like, for the camera.
Yeah.
Anything for my girl, the camera.
Well, honestly, I didn't even. She was the one. She was like, look, people know you're with me. You can't go out there looking like this.
Yeah.
She would get me moisturizer and like, of course, sunscreen is the big one.
Yes.
I think more than anything, sunscreen is probably the most important thing. And then that's and I have various there's products like glycolic acids and like this and that. And you got to.
Do you wash your face?
Yes.
What do you wash your face with?
I don't know something my wife gave me.
Do you wash your
face?
It has
eucalyptus in it. It's very refreshing.
Do you wash your face every night?
I try, but I don't always.
Yuck.
I know.
Oh my god, that's like telling me you don't brush your teeth.
Yeah, but I do brush my teeth every night. That helps.
Yeah. Oh my god, Leonard.
I try. Okay. I do shower every day, so that my face gets got somewhat.
Okay, that's not.
I know,
yeah,
but it's better than nothing. Like water contacts my face.
We were talking about cleaning pores, but okay. All right. Well, actually, so what is your dumb question?
My question is just give me the lowdown on the trends, the skincare trends. And actually, I would like to know like what the craziest ones are. Like the ones that you're like, oh, these.
Okay.
Who came up with this?
Okay.
All right. Like in the vein of snail mucus.
Okay, that's fair.
All right. Yeah, okay. And timer, go.
Okay, so a lot of internet skincare trends have been fueled by TikTok.
Of course.
Mostly TikTok. Shout out to China. I have nothing negative to say. You're doing great.
Yeah.
Very
NBA commissioner of you.
Yes, yeah. Adam Silver. So a big thing that was happening on TikTok, and I think this was mostly during the pandemic, was people were doing these 14-step skincare routines.
Too much.
Insane. And now it's really transitioned to just simplicity.
Oh, good.
Yes,
yeah. The Pert Plus of skincare.
I think people were just bored, during the pandemic, and they're like,
so they had time. They're like, we got time for 14 steps.
Yeah, I just need to to fill it, Okay, so something that was really big, no longer as big, but I guess some people are still doing it. On TikTok was slugging. Have you heard of slugging?
Does it have to do with like the slug, like the
No.
actual animal, the slug? No,
No.
it's not a snail mucus situation.
No, we're gonna get to that one.
Okay, so what's slugging?
So slugging is after moisturizing your skin, you add a layer of Vaseline to lock in moisture.
Okay.
And if you have oily skin, you shouldn't be doing this.
Okay.
Like that. I remember watching a video from a dermatologist. It's like people with certain skin types, so very dry skin, it makes sense for you to do that.
Sure.
So that was a really interesting one. So honey, there was a time where you would open the TikTok app, everyone was just shiny, tons of Vaseline on the face. There was also a time where people were putting their period blood on their face.
Oh, okay.
That's so gross.
Like, what was the...
It was mostly white women. Sorry.
Yeah.
But, you're not going to see.
What was...
Yeah, we got Max laughing. Even Max is like, yeah, it's on brand.
what was the thinking behind that? Like, how's that gonna like?
I didn't want to look it up because then it would show up on my
your
algorithm.
You're
Yeah,
like,
and so I
no.
don't want that.
Fair,
Yeah,
fair. But it
yeah.
feels like we're going to war. Like, boom, boom, boom.
No, it was like I remember seeing a video of this girl. It was the whole face. It
Just-
just red.
Gross.
It's really disgusting. Yeah, and then how do you even extract? We're not gonna go into
No.
that. Okay, so
Diva cup.
oh yes, yeah. Okay, so a big thing that's happening that I've seen in the last couple of months on TikTok are lip plumping glosses. Any kind of lip plumping, anything on the lips, okay?
Okay.
So there's this Birdie article that I read, and this is a direct quote from them on how to like explain what it is. Most lip plumpers work by causing a mild irritation to the lips, increasing blood flow to the area to trigger a volumizing effect that lasts a few hours. So you're
it's
essentially
it's
harming
bee
yourself.
stung lip.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So usually people experience like a tingling sensation.
Okay.
Some of the chemicals they use are menthol, capsaicin.
Yeah. That's the thing.
It's found in chilies.
Yes, exactly.
Capsaicin.
So the amount of capsaicin, I think, translates to Scoville levels, which says like how hot a thing is. So the more capsaicin like a
Scoville,
ghost
yeah.
pepper has, the more hot it is.
Okay. So some of that, cinnamon, ginger, and wintergreen.
I mean, this sounds actually quite delicious.
So people be just putting that shit on because they want bigger lips.
So I like this wintergreen and capsaicin, like it's hot and it's cold. It's a Katy Perry song.
They're wow, that's a reference, honey.
That's how old I am.
Yes, yeah. Big thing that I've seen also in the last couple months is red light therapy face masks. Have you seen this?
My wife,
Jackie.
red light therapy. We have like a bunch of red lights upstairs, like full body red lights.
Oh wow.
Like full body, like just we're gonna stand in front of this thing and like just I haven't done it yet, but she's like, you gotta do it, and we're doing it for like a cat.
For a cat?
Yeah, like apparently it helps with like healing and stuff like that. There's something wrong. I forget what the deal was with the cat, but we're using red light therapy on a cat.
Oh, so it's not for you, it's for the cat.
Well,
but you have used it on yourself.
I have.
Like Jackie has.
Jackie has, yeah.
Okay, so it basically it's low level wavelengths of red light.
Yeah.
To help treat skin conditions like wrinkles,
yeah,
psoriasis, other things.
The only thing I know is every time she does it, I start saying like the police. I'm like, Jackie, you don't have to put on the red light. And she's like, every fucking time. What do you just shut?
I love that you made a police reference. That's
Again,
great.
That's how old I am.
That's great. Okay, so the snail mucin.
Mucin?
I don't know. The way they spelt it
mucin?
was MUCIN.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Snail mucin.
Sure.
So it essentially is snail excretions. Snail excretions. So this is what they use to protect themselves when they're under stress.
Oh my God! So
that's so sad. The snails are stressed out,
these
honey.
poor snails.
And then humans just be putting that shit on their face.
Because they're like, we're gonna like just terrorize these goddamn snails, so our faces are moist.
So I looked up like what are the ethics around this?
This can't be.
And so there's a huge Korean skincare brand called COS RX, COS and then RX.
Okay.
This is from direct quote from them. They told K-beauty blog The Clog that its mucin is sourced from a company called Co-Seed Bow Farm Co. And this is a direct quote. The snails are placed over a mesh in a dark and quiet room for about 30 minutes the snails are left alone to freely roam the net, leaving mucin in their trails. Throughout the process, there's no external process applied to the snails or the mesh to force mucin production.
Okay.
So you put them-
ethically sourced snail.
Well, you're still
mucin.
scaring them. They don't want to probably be in a dark, quiet room.
Well, where do snails usually? Are snails usually in like brightly lit?
But I just
like-
don't think like if they're producing the mucin, honey, then they're not trying to be. They're only doing that because they're stressed out.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. There's got to be other better ways.
Yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't really come from terrorizing snails.
It's snail terrorism.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And it
really...
must stop. If there's one thing that this podcast stands for, it's ending snail terror.
Yeah. My friend Grace would call it snail coochie juice.
Oh, Jesus.
Snail coochie juice, sorry. But it's not that. She's wrong.
Yeah. No,
she's
she's
literally wrong. Okay, so jade rollers were a big thing. You know those?
Yes.
Yes. But that's because they be taking that from y'all's culture. Okay? Obviously, then it's to improve circulation,
Yes.
lymphatic drainage, all that
Pretty
stuff.
sure there's a jade roller somewhere in this house.
I love that. Do you use it?
No.
Do your parents use it?
I think my parents would be the one who gave it to me, but I don't think I use it at all.
Damn. Okay.
What does it do again?
It's,
Improve circulation, you said?
Yeah, and it's for lymphatic drainage, and it decreases puffiness and wrinkles, apparently.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I did use it once. I remember now. I did use it once. This is going to be sad. Is that
Oh, no.
one of my cats died.
Okay.
And we had to put the cat down, like literally, like in the bed. Cat died, and then like literally an hour later, I had to go headline a show. It was a New Year's show, and I was like puffy, like crying, like, and I hadn't slept in 3 days. I was in the hospital, so jade roller,
Wow.
ice packs, and I forget what else. Like Jackie put on my face, so I could be presentable to go do a show.
Damn.
Yeah.
How did that show go?
That was fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to compartmentalize. This is the nature of this job. Like you can't.
Wow.
You got to perform. You got to perform.
Okay. Wrinkle patches are a thing too. I don't know if you've heard of this. It's essentially just tape that people put on, and it has a bunch of like moisturizer in it, and it temporarily.
Right. So it like stretches your skin out and then just like moisturizes to keep it like out. Like
it does something to the muscles. I didn't fully understand what the fuck was going on.
Yeah. Not like Botox though.
No, it's not. But the wrinkle patch thing only lasts for like a few hours.
Oh, okay. So you do it, you go out and like, hey, look at me, wrinkle free. Then you go back and like raisin.
And then it'll and then
go back
it'll
to being
basically
a California raisin.
And then obviously you know about what's currently trending right now, and I've seen a couple of videos of this. The time of this recording is gua sha.
Guasha.
How do you say it?
I don't know what it is.
So GUA and then space SHA. Gua sha?
No idea.
Okay, anyways,
Gua sha. I don't know.
honey, it's TCM, traditional Chinese medicine.
Yeah.
Anyways, practice that goes back centuries,
What is
honey.
it? What's in it?
The practice involves using a gua sha tool to stroke or scrape tight, tense, or pathological areas of the body to break down and remove blood stagnation in those areas. This is to improve blood circulation and qi, energy.
Sure.
Anyways, yeah. So I just be seeing these women with the gua sha tool.
Yeah.
You know what it looks like, right?
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna show you a photo and then we'll just edit this in. But it looks like
20 seconds.
Oh my god, stop. Okay, this is what a gua sha tool looks like.
Oh. All right.
Yeah. And then they're just like, and that's what all the mostly
I'm
white
sure
women.
there's one of those upstairs in the bathroom right now. Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like a body part that fell off.
Truly, and so that's how they use it.
Okay. All right. Boom. And that's 10 minutes, everybody.
Damn.
Yeah. So those are what we could fit into 10 minutes of internet skincare trends.
Damn, I didn't even get to some. But
well,
it's
what's
not
the
as
one,
bad.
Yeah. So what's the one thing? Like if there's one extra thing that you want to like
that I could have
take
added?
away. Yeah. Not take away, but like an educational nugget.
There's a lot of this was a fun from your thing.
Well, for a skincare trend, that's something that you really wanted to talk about.
Oh, something I did want to talk about. We can make this a whole separate episode. Gen Alpha. So kids that are born between the years 2010 and 2024, they're really getting into skincare at such a young age. There was a huge trend of them. A bunch.
It's good
of
to
them.
start young.
But like, honey, you 14. What do you need retinol for?
Listen, it all adds up as you get older.
No, but that's actually harming your skin. A bunch
Oh.
of dermatologists have said that
Okay.
if you're under a certain age, you should not be using retinol.
Fair. I mean, I think like
It can cause acne and a
maybe
bunch
like
of irritation.
sunscreen. Maybe just use that, and then
That's it.
that should be good enough, right?
But there's a whole thing
Wash
of
your
them.
face and
yeah.
sunscreen.
Wash your face, moisturize.
And especially like at that age,
then
like
use
acne is
sunscreen.
going to be a big problem, right? So I feel like
I never went through an acne phase.
well, lucky you.
I had eczema though.
I had acne.
Not on my face, but like on the back of my knees and elbow. So you were in acne.
I had like super bad acne, and it was like one of those things where it was so bad. Like we were out at like a dinner where it was like one of those like you have to sit with like other people, like it's a communal table, and the stranger was like to my mom, like I help but notice your son has really bad acne. She was like a proactive salesman. And so I got on it. Shit works.
What was it that worked for you?
Proactive. I don't know what the.
Oh, it was proactive.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got you. I thought you meant like proactive as in
She was just
the adjective.
proactively trying to help teenagers with acne.
So you got on proactive and it worked?
Yeah.
And then when you got off, did it like come back? Or?
No, because then I just went past puberty. It was like, great, made it. And then, so this is great. It was high school, acne, horrible, blah, 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 blah. Finally, get on the proactive, acne goes away. I go to university and they're like, now you need braces. It's like, okay, I'm never going to get laid. Cool.
Oh my God, you had braces in university?
University.
Why didn't you get them in high school?
I don't know. It's just, I think the teeth are still moving or something. They're like, we have to wait. Like otherwise it's pointless. Or it's like going to be like less efficient. They have to wear them for longer anyways.
You got laid in university.
Not for a while.
Oh, okay.
But
When
let me tell you this.
Uh-huh.
The braces came off, and then there was like a year or two where I was like, it wasn't the braces.
Yeah.
I gotta get braces for my personality.
I need to get braces for my personality, Leonard. Wow.
I figured it out.
Okay. And that concludes my part.
Yes.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And
we're newscasters now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Thank you. And
Thank
we're
you.
like our
Thank
hands
you.
are together.
Thank you and Godspeed.
Yeah.
All right. So the next bit of maintenance, we're talking about car maintenance.
I love this.
And by the way, this particular topic was inspired.
Oh yeah, you're gonna.
Yeah, the last time I got in Hoodo's car.
My 2009 Toyota Matrix hatchback.
We're pulling out, and it's like
Soccer mom car.
This is not a good sound.
No, what happened was I put my foot on the brake, and it produced a sound that was unsettling. And then Leonard, I think you were like just looking out the window. You were just like in your own world, and we both heard that sound, and then you looked at me.
Yeah.
You snapped out of whatever you were thinking.
Basically,
about.
like you heard that, and you are gonna do something about this, right? Because
you know what's so funny is something with the rotors on the brakes.
Yeah.
Were gone.
Yeah.
And he was like,
that's exactly what that sound is. Yeah.
And the mechanic was like, you have to replace them now.
Yeah, of course.
And he said the back ones, you got maybe like 30% left of them.
Yeah, you need more.
And then you need to fix it. But the front, he's like, you cannot be driving this car.
That's why I was very concerned at that sound.
Meanwhile, honey, I was driving 2 hours. I was going downtown Toronto from the suburbs.
Just not stopping once. Because those brakes did not work.
I was really lucky. I don't know. Yeah. But growing up, like, just like a fun broke immigrant thing was like, I would hear sounds in the car when my mom was driving us to school. And then she'd be like, yeah, I'm going to get it fixed. And like, she would obviously get it fixed, but there was a delay.
Yeah.
She was just overwhelmed and busy with things.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't do that.
You're like, stop
because it just gets more expensive. That's the thing, man. Like, it's like therapy. Like, you gotta go for regular checkups or therapy, like, your things will go real bad.
Yeah. Okay, so
what do you before
I ask you?
Before you ask me the dumb question, what do you know about car maintenance? Car maintenance 101, like the most basics. What do you know?
Okay, what do I know about car maintenance? You got to get your oil changed.
Yep.
There's a way to like, and you have to do it after a certain amount of kilometers or miles.
Yep.
They're supposed to put a sticker on the car. That's when you're supposed to come back.
Yes, it's like great, and then I get a scratch and snicker.
No, but
'cause
the
I got-
sticker tells you when you're supposed to come
I
back.
know, I know.
Also, there is a way. Like I know people that like knew how to change their own car oil.
Yeah.
Apparently,
you can definitely do your own car maintenance if you are inclined to learn. It's not terribly difficult, but obviously, you know, like I learned a few basic things. Like when my headlights burn out, I replace them myself because it's just way cheaper to do it myself. It takes me like 5 minutes and costs me $8 versus like 100 if I take it to like the dealership.
Yeah. I mean, I got a guy. He's a sweet Sri Lankan man.
Aw.
And he don't. Oh my God! Another thing I know about car maintenance: these mechanics, sexism, honey, overcharging the women. I always ask for a discount because I already know. Pink tax. I don't even know if I'm using that correctly. I'm just saying pink tax.
I don't want to generalize the mechanics. I'm sure there's a few non-misogynist, honest ones out there.
No, and that I have a good one. I have a good one. But then there's another guy that I used to go to, overcharging me.
Okay.
Anyways, just cars require a lot of maintenance. It's kind of like marriage when you were talking about, you know, you're always having to fix it. As soon as you drive a car off the lot, they always say it depreciates in value and then it's just going to need a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
What else do I know? I think that's it. Oh, the coolant.
Yeah.
I remember I had an issue with that. My AC in the car wasn't working. I was low on coolant. Yeah. And there's that long stick thing that they stick into the thing and then you pull it out.
Oh, to see how much the oil level.
Yeah, it's oil level. Yes, the stick thing.
Yeah, the stick thing. I mean, I think that is the dipstick. I think is what it's called.
Yes, and you gotta change your air filter. A lot of people not be changing that air filter.
You do have to change it. Do you know why?
Because it's then you're just blowing dirt into your car.
No, that's not why.
Well, no, because it filters the air in the car, and then if it's dirty,
depends on the air filter we're talking about. There's an engine oil filter, air filter.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that in your segment. Okay. So that's all I know.
All right, great. So what is your dumb...
Oh, Japanese cars are the best ones to get. Honey, I'm loyal to Japanese cars.
Listen,
get an American car away from me. Absolutely not.
Look, the history between the Chinese and the Japanese, not the greatest. I did buy a Japanese car. My parents were like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, your parents are mad? Well, honey, ain't no Chinese cars on the market in North America.
I know. Apparently, the Huawei car is amazing, but can't get them here.
Oh yeah, because
people are like, "Hey man, if Huawei could sell their cars in America, like Tesla's done."
Oh really?
Apparently, they're great. I mean, I've never been to one. Maybe I will when I go to China in October.
Oh yeah, I would please, yeah.
But
okay, there we go.
Okay, so what is your dumb question about car maintenance?
Car maintenance 101. What are the basics? What are the things where it's like, girl, you got to know this.
Okay.
This is If you had to explain car maintenance to an alien.
Okay. Well, then I have to explain a lot of things to an alien first. I would have to explain how a car works.
Yeah.
That being said, I think if they've mastered interstellar travel, I feel like a car probably not too difficult of a concept. But yeah, I mean, like, I guess like I'd start there, like, because there's all the moving parts of a car that make it go, right? There's the engine, which is basically like, you know, like the fuel gets injected into there, you get air, combusts, drives the piston, moves the rotors, moves the wheels, boom. That's how the car moves. Of course, if you want to stop.
I didn't understand that. Say that again.
Okay. So in an engine, there's like pistons in an engine. So the reason why like your car moves is like you're putting fuel into the like
the gas.
The gas. And then you add air to that. There's got to be an air fuel mixture. You get combustion, it creates a little tiny explosion, moves, you know.
Oh, so it's an explosion every time I drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, controlled, tiny, and then moves it, and then that will move your wheels because there's like you know an apparatus inside, like gears that move the wheels and all that stuff. And then of course you have the rotors, the brake rotors, the drums, all the brake pads, all the stuff that stop the car. And that's and then you know there's transmission also, like so you can switch between the gears.
Oh yeah,
that's generally how a car works. So you have to maintain all these parts of the car to make sure the car is going to keep going, you know, without things breaking down. Because, I mean, the most important thing is really is like to think is about fluids. That's like that's what the oil thing is for. Like when with the engine, like the engine oil.
Oh, there's engine oil, yeah.
Yeah, like the engine oil. That's to keep everything flowing, right? It's a lubricant.
Okay. And
so you kind of keep everything flowing.
Oh, tire pressure.
This is just gonna be a GIF right now.
Stop.
Fuck me.
No.
So-
Haram.
Okay.
The tire pressure is important.
Tire pressure is important because, like, if you don't have good tire pressure, then you know it's going to lead to reduced fuel efficiency.
And there's something with rotating tires,
yeah,
aligning them, something like that.
yeah. You want your tires aligned because again, fuel efficiency,
Yeah.
and you want your tire treads to be of a certain,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
you know, otherwise
Yeah.
you're not gonna have traction.
Yeah.
So you got to check that. Get new
Science.
tires. You know, winter tires are important.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, so there's the engine. So you gotta do the regular engine thing. You already talked about that.
Yeah.
Right. They'll put the sticker on for the maintenance. Like, I mean, read the owner's manual. Really, that's step number one.
I mean, I bought my car used, so I don't have an owner's
You
manual.
can just Google that though,
Yeah, sure. I have.
and you have.
Yeah, I saw. You know, there was one time I had to look up something with the headlights,
Well, there you go.
and I just yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Google the owner's manual. Read what it tells you to do for maintenance, and just follow that. And then you'll be fine. So a lot of the stuff will be
A lot of
engine
people
oil.
not reading the owner's manual. Comment below if you're reading the owner's manual. I don't think we're reading the owner's manual.
Well, at least read the section about maintenance and like when you should take it in, all that good stuff. So if you don't have one of those helpful stickers,
Yeah.
all right. So engine oil keeps it moving. You have fluid levels like transmission, coolant, like you already mentioned. There's power steering. Power steering is going to be, it's all fluids to keep everything, you know, moving smoothly so that there's no wear and tear as everything's moving.
You know why I'm laughing?
Why?
It's because you know that meme of the white lady that looks confused and there's all the equations around her?
Oh, that what I look like right now?
No, that's what I look like right now.
Oh.
Because you're being so like sweet and you're really trying to make it theatrical.
Yeah.
The way you're talking about car maintenance, and I can feel it. I'm slowly turning into the white lady with the equations, and I'm like confused. We gotta put that in.
Yeah.
That's.
I mean, basically, listen, there's going to be fluid levels. You got to make sure all the fluid levels
are
that
okay.
do all the various things are at the right level.
Oh my god, rust is such an enemy of a car.
Rust is an enemy.
Oh.
Rust is an enemy of any metallic vehicle. Boats. Rust is the cancer of boats. But yeah, if there's like a scratch on the paint or whatever, like sometimes it would be helpful, like to, you know, get the car clean because road salt truly bad.
Winter is like the worst season for cars.
Yes, mostly because of the road salt and of course like the temperature and all that stuff. But the road salt will lead to a lot of rust because the salt
corrodes.
Yeah. Well, basically, corrosion is a result of like. Do I really get into the chemistry of this? Okay, no, I don't. But suffice
Did
it
you
to
say
say,
I have to get into
no. Do I want to get into the chemistry
No,
of this?
yeah.
And I was like, no, you're already glossing over on oil fluid.
Bitch, we didn't even get into like the important things about the oil.
I'm going to explain the chemistry of rust. Suffice it to say, salt makes it worse. So,
okay, honey.
you know, so take your car and you get it
yes.
clean. Make sure you get the salt off, especially
What
on
are
the
the,
underside.
what are the main oil groups? The fluid groups. It's like the coolant, engine oil,
coolant, transmission fluid, brake fluid.
Hold on, and just say it slower.
Okay, coolant.
Transmission
fluid.
What does that do again?
So the transmission, it's the gears, right? So the
Okay.
gears have teeth. They all like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
interact.
And that's
So-
keeping them lubricated.
Basically, yes. Because like if you don't have fluid, like
It's rough.
it's rough.
yeah.
It can be abrasive. You'll get like wear and tear.
Okay.
So it's gonna keep.
So coolant, transmission fluid. What's the next one?
Well, there's the engine oil.
Engine oil does what again?
Engine oil. I mean, the same thing. Like when
But for
all the
the
moving
engine,
parts in the engine,
to
it
keep
keeps
it
that
lubricated, okay.
lubrication is
Okay,
like
great.
very critical.
Okay, so
for
the
any
engine
moving
oil,
part.
coolant, transmission oil, engine oil. What's the
Brake
next
fluid.
one? Brake fluid, and that's I'm assuming lubricant for the brakes.
Yeah, because with the brake fluid, it's like it's hydraulic. So it's like it's
What does hydraulic mean again? I remember
Hydraulics-
this from science class. and
Well,
I
it's the
forgot.
movement of fluid, really.
Okay.
So like the hydraulics is like how the brakes depress, like because you have the brake rotor, which is the thing that was fucked up in your car, which is why I was screaming like a goddamn banshee. And so there's a brake pad, which then
Oh yeah, the brake pad.
it's like
yeah.
a brake rotor, and that's what slows it down through the power of friction.
Yes.
And of course, that's going to wear down your brake pad because it's just
There's no fluid.
right.
Yeah.
Well, the fluid's in the brake. The fluid is in the line that pushes the brake pad into the brake rotor. And then, so the brake, when you don't have either brake rotor or brake pad, it's going to be bad news bears
Okay.
if you want to stop, which occasionally you would want to.
So engine oil, and then what's the next fluid?
Well, what do you remember? Engine oil, transmission fluid, brake fluid, coolant, windshield washer fluid.
Okay, yeah, I thought there were more fluids. Okay, so those are the fluids, I'm assuming.
It's power steering also, and that gets back to hydraulics.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the air filter, the thing that I was saying, the engine air filter.
Oh yes, yeah.
Right? Because remember, in order for you to get like combustion,
Yeah,
you need air,
tiny explosion.
fuel, air. Yeah, so like you don't. So the air filter keeps all the grap from outside from getting into your engine.
Okay, and so
you get a good fuel air mixture.
Okay,
So
so
for
then
proper combustion.
so we only have 2 minutes left for electronic vehicles. What is their car maintenance like?
You take it to a mechanic who knows what they're doing. I can't fix the electronics myself, but like typically basically if those things break, like it's either replacing parts or whatnot. It's just you replace it when it breaks.
Okay. Well, I mean that's every car. I just thought perhaps there were.
Yeah, but it's not like a regular maintenance of electronic.
Yeah, because it's different.
Parts.
Yeah,
It's
a
just
gadget.
when it breaks, and then you just have to get it replaced. Batteries, if you consider that as electronic, which I guess it's not really, but it's electric.
Oh my god, what's that thing that happens when the battery in the car dies and then you have to take those little clip things?
The jumper cables.
There we go, jumper
Yeah,
cables.
it's a jump start. So basically what the battery does is like it provides a little spark so that it can ignite the first bit of the engine to start it going. But when your battery's dead, that ain't happening.
So you gotta
you need to get an external source of electricity to and that's why I call it a jump start.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember a lady had to do that to my car, and I felt weird, but I trusted her because she was a black woman.
What? Okay.
I was like, my fellow sister, she's stranded.
So if it was like a white woman jump starting
I
the car,
would be a little bit suspicious, but I would still help her because I wouldn't want to leave.
Wait, you were helping a black woman?
No, she needed to
jumpstart your car.
No, she needs to jumpstart her car.
Oh, so you put your car in front of her car.
Yeah, and I helped her
with
out.
the hood.
Yeah.
Got it.
If it was a white man, honey, we leaving you to die.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm so sorry. I have to.
Why? Why do you have to?
How many stories do you hear about then someone got murdered? Too much true crime out there.
What if
a bitch is being
what
too
if
nice?
by not giving the white man a jump start,
I'm sorry, but he
gets murdered because you didn't stop and be a good Samaritan.
I know, but I am scared. Listen, in Toronto, New York City, you hear all these crazy stories about women getting murdered.
I get it. You gotta take care. I understand.
Women be getting murdered.
I understand.
They murdering women.
I understand.
The women's.
I like how this is how we got from car maintenance.
Oh, to true crime.
From car maintenance to murder.
Yes.
To racially motivated murder, apparently. And that's our time, everybody.
Well, not racially I'm not doing the murdering. Racially motivated murder. I'm not murdering.
It goes either way.
I'm not murdering.
I know, but you could get murdered.
Yeah, I could get murdered. Yes. Yeah. No, I agree. You said murder.
Murdering goes both ways.
Murdering goes both. Reciprocity.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's it. That's car maintenance 101, everybody.
I know. I felt bad when you were like
murder a little bit.
I felt bad when you were like you wanted to explain the like chemistry of salt.
Of rusting.
Sorry. And then you were like, I don't know if I should do that. I had to skip over all the fluid talk. And then I felt bad. I was like, okay, let's just break down the fluids. Although, come on, lock in, tap in, focus.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just keeping all parts lubricated so they move nice and there's no unnecessary friction.
Yeah, but it was good that I kind of went through the things with you. I'm glad I did that.
Yeah, so what's your takeaway then?
I didn't know about the tiny explosion in the car.
Yeah.
It's a controlled tiny
combustion.
explosion.
That's why they call them combustion engines.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That was something. I need to learn how to change a tire.
It's good information to have. Or just get CAA.
I have CAA, but
there you go.
What if you're ever traveling to one of these small towns, which I don't ever see myself really doing, but
I do it all the time.
But like then CAA.
Because my career is going great.
No, because CAA, honey,
not a big city market comic.
No, but I'm saying CAA, honey, she's not gonna help you out.
Yeah, but there'll be a kind white man who you won't trust to help you.
True crime. So that is my takeaway.
That's your takeaway. So my takeaway
it should have been more educated, but it's not. There are a lot of fluids.
Yeah, I mean, that is also my takeaway on skincare. A lot of fluids.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of fluids. Some of it generated through terror.
Oh yeah, the snails.
Yeah, the poor snails.
Yeah, they're under stress.
Under a lot of stress. So, I think skincare is important. You shouldn't start too young, but it should also be done ethically, where no snails will be harmed in keeping your skin fresh.
Yeah, I just don't think we even need to go to snails for that.
No, especially
Leave the snails alone.
leave the snails alone, especially when you have slugging.
Oh yeah, this is true. Yeah. Have you moisturized today?
Yes, and a sunscreen.
But you have to reapply sunscreen every 2 hours.
Yeah, but I'm inside right now.
No, what I'm saying just in general, when you go out and you play basketball and stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't, but I know.
Yeah.
Well,
all
thank
right,
you.
well, thank you.
Thank you for listening. I gotta go off and put on some sunscreen and moisturize. But thank you. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.
A nice one,
nice
ideally.
one. Yeah.
No hate speech. Cover any silly, serious topics you want us to cover.
Yep. And that's it for this
That's
episode
it.
of Two Dumb Questions.
Love you. Bye.